locker room. They've been in there over an hour. It'll be just like starting a brand new ball game.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Watson. These guys are going to have to come back and get warmed back up again. These fans, though, their bellies are full now, and they are energized, ready to kick the second half back. Saw some great action in the first half. Had the light show. I think they were kind of going against one another. I don't know if you've been in Starkville for the fourth quarter, the start of the fourth quarter. It's pretty cool. Don't Stop Believing. I'm pretty sure you've seen the videos online where everybody lights up their cell phones. Well, Bayou Academy fans on the visitor side over there had a pretty cool little reaction. I couldn't see Indianola's fans, obviously, as they were facing the opposite way, but pretty cool display over there.
Colonels are the first team back out onto the field. They get a standing ovation, 7-0. Colonels leading Bayou Academy. Second half will get underway momentarily. I'm probably going to give these guys as much time as they need to get loose, and I think everybody will take it because now both sets of lights on the visitor side are home and played the first half with one pole out.
Yeah. And the crazy thing about it is it's bright. Goodness, it is very bright right now. I don't know if they gave them an extra boost of juice or something. Or maybe with just our eyes are so accustomed to being dark, suddenly it's got crazy over there. And I tell you, you can hear those Bayou fans across the way, even in this press box up here. It's a rowdy crowd here tonight.
Colonels have made their way back out onto the field. So third quarter coming your way shortly. Colonels 7, Bayou nothing. Colonels will get the ball to start the second half. Bayou won the opening coin toss, chose to receive. They will be kicking to the Colonels here when we start the third quarter. And yeah, you're right, my eyes have got to get adjusted. Right. That is blinding coming through all of a sudden.
I just got to update. 20-13, Starkville just missed the field goal after a first and goal from the 5.
Wow. So Starkville climbing back in that one with Adams County Christian. Adams led that 20-0 at one point. Starkville has scored 13 unanswered. Anything in your text says where they are in that game, what point of the game they're at?
No, but I'm sure that they're fixing it. Oh, I got a picture from somebody. No, that's just a picture of one of my friends.
I was just saying, do we even need to divulge that? So both teams back out on the field, getting loose for the second half. Colonels leading Bayou Academy 7-0. We'll step aside, take a 2-minute break, and when we come back, yes, the lights are on. We will have more football here tonight from Indianola. Stay with us. You're listening to Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Hey folks, Colonel Sanders here, and boy do I have a deal for you. The deal with this deal is that you get both a breast and a whole wing when you choose my new 100% white meat KFC $5 fill-up deal. You also get dealt mashed potatoes and gravy, a biscuit, a cookie, and a drink with this here deal. I can't keep dealing this deal forever though, so you have to go to KFC soon to get the 2-piece all white meat $5 fill-up, because it's only available for a limited time. Deal? Deal. KFC, it's finger licking good. Tax extra, prices may vary. Size may vary by location. Extra charge for breast piece and side substitution may apply.
Ah, the sounds of summer. And this is the sound of summer skin being scratched because of the itching and irritation of what the season can bring. You need the fast relief of Cortisone 10 Intensive Healing Anti-Itch Cream. Unlike regular lotions, Cortisone 10 relieves itch and irritation with 1% hydrocortisone, the strongest non-prescription itch medicine, plus 7 healing moisturizers. Cortisone 10 makes summer sound fun again. Cortisone 10. Feel the heal. Use as directed.
Their mission was Mars, but on the 5th day, they had burritos.
Oh no, what have we done? Close the door.
Warning, heartburn and gas detected.
They wanted to go home until a scientist saved their dignity with new Tums Chewy Bites plus gas relief.
Everyone, hold on!
This season, get fast heartburn and gas relief that's out of this world. New Tums Chewy Bites plus gas relief. Available in the store near you.
I just saved hundreds of dollars by switching to Geico. I'm as happy as a clam.
Disclaimer. Geico cannot guarantee you will be, quote, as happy as a clam, unquote. The Geico legal team cannot accurately verify clams even experience the complex human emotional state known as happiness. As an invertebrate mollusk living half submerged on the ocean floor with no arms, legs, or wireless access, what's there to be happy about? A clam's all like, oh, I'm so happy I didn't get turned into New England clam chowder today. Pronounced regionally as chowder. Chowder. Oh, that's so fun to say. What were we talking about again?
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Welcome back. Watson Cook, Brady Smith with you. We are just about ready to get the third quarter underway after a long delay. Lights are back on here at Legion Field. And a big shout-out to Lindsey Payton, that energy, for getting the truck over here finally. And once they got here, it didn't take 5 minutes. It was just getting them here. So Lindsey laid the law down.
There you go. Now we're just going to have to find somebody to tint the window here or something. I'm telling you, it's bright.
Yeah, you had the coasters on a minute ago. I thought maybe you were going to call the second half with the shades on.
Yeah, really. Yeah, it was tough there, Watson, but somebody had to do it. And fortunately, the lights are back on. The field looks great. You can see all the divots, so where all the younger generation colonels were out there on the field enjoying themselves thoroughly. And but nonetheless, glad everybody had a fun and entertaining halftime, and glad we're back up and going. Now, I'm like you, Watson. That was a huge ovation when that bucket truck pulled up. I couldn't tell if it was. I couldn't tell who it was. I guess it was Energy, though. But
that's what we were told.
Yeah.
Who was coming? So,
yeah. Regardless, the lights are on. It doesn't matter who came. I'm glad they came, though.
Adams has scored to extend the lead over Starkville, 26-13. That one midway through the fourth. Bayou Academy set to kick off to start the third quarter. They tee it up at the 40. Zach Barkman will kick right to left. Colonels will send back Day Willis and Thomas Putnam. And they're going to creep up. They're thinking maybe Barkman's not going to kick this one deep. Colonel 7, Colts nothing as we get ready to start the third quarter.
I'm stretching now.
Michael Barkman with a high sky kick. Randy Kimball going to haul it in at the 33 and call for a fair catch to mark it there.
Randy trying to play a little trickeration there, calling that fair catch and suddenly taking off afterwards. Forgot the ruling on that you got to stand still. I tell you, Watson, that's just a tough situation standing there because that is technically a live ball because it's gone the required 10 yards.
The late flag is down, and I think that's going to go against Bayou Academy. Sorry to cut you off. There was a player in a white shirt walking away from the official at the time it was thrown. There was no colonel in sight. They're going to call delay of game against the colonel. So that's what you were referring to there. The penalty for calling for a fair catch and then running afterwards. So delay of game against the Colonels. They'll start 1st and 10 at their own 29 here as we start the third quarter. Colonels up 7-0. Davis will turn and pitch it to Lester, and he works his way up to the 35 before he's taken off his feet. 6-yard gain will give the Colonels 2nd and 4.
Yeah, nice run up front there by Lester, just getting, once he figured out he had got the corner, found a little seam to run in, and next thing you know, he made a very nice effort. Got about 6 yards out of the first down play. Going to give us a second down and a very manageable play.
11:25 to play third quarter. Colonels on top of Bayou, 7-0, 2nd and 4 from their own 35. Handoff goes to Lester straight ahead. He's got a Greenville Motorsports first down across the 40 up to the 41. Another 6-yard gain.
And I guess, Watson, you know, you have the butterflies back in you again. And, you know, Watson, over the years, we've had many delays in all kind of different scenarios and situations. Like you mentioned, we were in Holly Springs before and had a long delay once before, and that did make for a very long road trip home. Fortunately, Cleveland, Mississippi is just 30 minutes up the road. Now we're going to have all the focus on us. I can say that. There's going to be other teams on their way home traveling. They're going to be listening to us. Hopefully we can give them a good broadcast.
1st and 10, Colonels from their own 41. Ball is on the near hash. Davis will turn, pitch it near side to Lester. Side step to the defender, works up to the 46. 5-yard carry. The Colonels have run 3 plays here in the third quarter, all 3 going to Lester.
Great job there by Lester. Nice stopping on a dime pattern and able to recover his speed. I believe that was number 6 that just lunged at him, trying to take him out instead of grabbing him and wrapping him up. And Lester was able to avoid that first would-be tackler and made some excellent yardage, slipped through that seam once again, got in behind his blockers, and did a good job on the toss sweep, finding the seam.
7-0. Colonels on top of Bayou. 10:20 to play third quarter. 2nd and 5. Davis hands off to Lester again. 4th consecutive carry for Lester. Short gain this time. He works to the 47 before he's stacked up only a Only a 1-yard pickup.
Yeah, I believe in this second half, Wesley is going to get the majority of the payload here and just grind out on Bayou Academy. The only problem is all the grinding that we did on them in the first half is gone for naught now because they've got that boost of energy from sitting in the locker room for a good hour plus.
3rd down, 4 yards to go for the Colonels. Ball is at the I-47 on the near hash. Davis under center with Lester in the backfield. They'll fake the toss to him. Davis scrambles out to his left, lost downfield. He's got Putnam caught at the 25, and inside the 22-yard line goes Thomas Putnam. He had Riley Smith all over him, and Putnam able to hang on. They'll mark it at the 21-yard line, 32-yard gain. Well, it was a busted play up front. Watson, Bayou Academy had a good blitz and gave Will Davis a big bunch of initial contact and flushed him out of the pocket. Davis calmly rolls out to his left and alertly finds his receiver on a crossing route, a deep drag, as you would call that. Beautiful execution, rolled right into the pass where his receiver was. 1st and 10, Colonels. Handoff goes to Lester. Puts his head down and picks up 1 to the 20 before he's stacked up. 2nd and 9 coming up for the Colonels. Clock runs, 9:04 to play 3rd quarter. Indianola leading Bayou 7-0.
Our offensive line is really getting up now and getting those heads up, picking up those blitzing linebackers as number 20 has come in there as well. Now Christian Hayes, he's getting in that backfield trying to create havoc.
Offset eye in the backfield behind Davis. He'll turn, toss it near side to Lester. Hit and fights forward down to the 16. 4-yard pickup. Believe the Colonels with 3rd and 5.
I'm going to give him a Bill's Body Game nominee right there. Very nice lick by Wesley Lester. He took the hit to Bayou Academy with authority that time, and definitely I could feel that up here. That was a nice lick lay. You could hear those shoulder pads popping.
Colonels with 3rd and 5 from the Colt 16, looking to extend a 7-0 lead after only an hour, 20-minute delay during the half.
There's time in here.
Davis will turn handoff this time to James Hill. Ball comes loose. It's on the ground. Bayou has recovered. Boy, the Colonels were on the move, going. They were in the red zone, looking to extend the lead. And Hill got popped as he turned the corner on the left side, and Colt able to recover. That's the 3rd turnover of the night for Indianola Academy.
Not sure on the play calling selection there, going to one of your backs that hadn't been featured a lot, especially here in this second half, and going to a guy maybe trying to catch Bayou Academy off guard. Bayou was stuffed the line of scrimmage very well and sniffed it out quickly. James Hill couldn't go anywhere, first off, and then second off, puts the ball on the ground.
The Colts offense on the field for the first time in the second half. Crow will pitch it to Hayes. Looks for running room right side. Can't find any as Wesley Lester comes up to make the stop. Grabbed him from behind. They'll mark him for a 1-yard loss back to the 16.
Yeah, Wesley doing a good job just stringing that play along, holding his his offensive lineman that was blocking him, just holding him up. Last second, shucked him off and did a great job of getting to the ball and making a nice contact.
2nd and 11, Colts from the Bayou 16. Crow works from the gun, 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Fake to give to Hayes, in trouble. Escapes pressure, throws downfield short of Chenault as Colby Chenault slipped down. He tried to go back and catch it and could not make it happen. It lost its footing there. 3rd and 11 coming up. Houston Dana will check in. Peyton Barnes comes out.
Well, Ashton Howell did a great job of flushing Cross Crow out of the pocket. Crow keeps his patience, though, and almost tries to find his receiver Chenault out here. But nonetheless, it's going to make it a 3rd and long situation for the Colonels defense.
3rd and 11, Colts from their own 16. 7:19 to play in the 3rd. Indianola on top, 7-0. Crow looking to pass, steps up in the pocket, throws downfield, incomplete. He left it short once again. This time his intended receiver looks like Hayes Holman across the way. 4th and 11. Colts going to have to punt it away.
And, Watson, you keep seeing these receivers lose their footing. It's not because they're making hard cuts. It's because they're having to come back to the ball. Or whenever they're having to recover and come back to the ball, they're thrown 5 yards short of them all the time. They're definitely losing. They're going to lose their footing on having to make that big of a recovery. And so anyway, fortunate break. The Colonels defense did a great job here to start this second half out.
Guzzi stands inside his own 5 to punt. Woods Toller back to return for the Colonels. It's a high end-over-end kick. Toller directs his teammates out of the way. It will die at the 39 of Bayou Academy. Only a 23-yard punt. No return. Colonels with great field position. They were able to keep the Colts from taking advantage of the heel fumble. So the Colonels get it back. No damage done. Another opportunity to extend their 7-0 lead.
Well, you know, Watson, we played another big game where it was really close, and a lot of miscues cost the Colonels in that game, and the game I referred to is at Starkville Academy. We've had 3 turnovers so far, and this game's staying very close, and Indianola Academy keeps driving, but we have to capitalize.
1st and 10 from the Colt 39. Davis runs the option, pitches to Lester, and he is upended at the 33. 6-yard run for Lester.
Number 3, J.T. Aguzzi, wisely takes the legs out from under Wesley Lester. Was getting blocked pretty good there by 21, James Hill, and at the last second shucked Hill to the side. And that's the tough part of blocking that up front is you're sitting there blocking, looking away from where your running back is, trying to make the best of every situation. Of course, the guy you're blocking is looking at the running back. You don't know whether he's going left or right, and then unfortunately, wasn't able to stay with his block, but fortunately comes up with a second down and manageable play for the Colonels offense.
6:20 to play, third quarter. Colonels on top 7-0. 2nd and 4. Davis calls his own number, comes near side. Looks like he's got enough for a Greenville Motorsports first down, but pushed out of bounds inside the 30 at the 29. It'll depend on the spot.
I like that we were able to seal on the outside. I liked also that Stephon Smith helped block the defensive end over here, and Will Davis got in behind him, wisely ran that way. It was a beautifully executed run, and did a great job of figuring out where he had to get to move the chains, and he got to that one spot. I think we did miss a fortunate break, though, in that looked like 58 Tannehill might have got his hands a little bit far out there, might have been holding his defensive player, but nonetheless, the officials didn't see it, neither did I.
It is first down, Colonels. The Greenville Motorsports first down to the 29, a 4-yard run for Davis. Colonels 7, Colts nothing, 6:12 to play in the third quarter. Winner of this one will get the winner of Central Hines and Wayne Academy next week. Been trying to get a score on that one all night. Haven't been able to come up with anything. As play action for Davis. He runs it straight ahead. Works to the 22 before he's taken down. 7-yard gain will leave the Colonels with 2nd and 3.
These guys are all scrappy out here. When you see your wide receiver and cornerback out here scrapping against one another, you definitely know that this is an exciting, energetic game here as Day-Day Willis gets tied up, it looks like, with 22 John Maggio, and both of them bumping back and forth at one another. You know, either one of them, you're taught as a receiver, hey, you want to stay with those blocks as long as you can, and it's a tough position to be in. Day-Day Willis does a good job, though, pestering 22 Maggio. Anytime you can take him out of the equation, you've done a good job.
2nd and 3 from the 22. Davis gets behind Lester, runs it inside the 20. 15 almost broke free, but stumbled down at the 13. A 9-yard run for Davis, another Greenville Motorsports first down.
Just a pounding up front. Goodness, those workhorses, those offensive linemen are really getting in those trenches and battling up front hard. Coach Nestor and company has put this game on their backs tonight, and they are showing up and showing out so far.
Davis will work from the gun on 1st and 10. Stephon Smith and up back to the right side. Lester in the backfield. Smith gets behind him, and he's pounded there. Clinton Davis comes up. The big lick on Will Davis. That's a 2-yard loss back to the 15.
Well, they just piled it up that time, and eventually the numbers just ran out there for the Colonels offense, and Will Davis was a match one-on-one up with, like you said, Clinton Davis. Clinton Davis knocking the heck out of Will Davis. Hope everything's okay, and he's able to continue making some good calls and reads out there for the Colonels offense.
Got a stop and play, 4:40 to go in the third quarter. Colonels leading Bayou 7-0, looking at 2nd and 12 from the Colt 15. Davis with one receiver to either side. Lester in the backfield looking to pass. Steps up, throws over the middle, looking for Smith in the end zone, just over the outstretched hands of the senior tight end. I think he had Kimball open left side of the end zone. Maybe didn't see him. Instead, tried to go over the middle to Smith. Incomplete pass results in 3rd and 12.
Well, anytime you can get the ball in your playmaker's hands, Stephon Smith on the tight end dump across the middle of the field. He was the taller receiver that he was covered by a defensive back. I couldn't tell who it was, but anyway, Smith had the advantage, but at the same time just could not come up with the catch. It was a ball sailed a little high on him.
They flag down on the play. Official going to go over and talk to Coach Wallace of Bayou Academy. The Colts are celebrating. This will go against the Colonels.
2:46 to go. Starkville down 13 points, starting at their own 1. Just got that update.
Another ineligible receiver downfield. Bayou will decline the penalty. So 3rd and 12 from the 15. Colonels on top by 7 to nothing, looking to extend the lead with 4:22 to play in the 3rd. Facing 3rd and 12 from the Bayou 15. Davis will work from the gun with Lester in the backfield. 2 tight end set. Davis with a pump fake going toward the back corner of the end zone, looking for Putnam. Tried the one-handed grab, couldn't bring it in. A flag is down. Maggio had the coverage, and it looks like the Colts going to be flagged for pass interference.
Well, you see a lot of contact. I'm like you, Watson. I thought Maggio had good coverage on Putnam, but I'll take it any way I can get it. Putnam was able to get one hand on it, and it was thrown kind of over his back shoulder where only he could catch the ball, and just could not bring that thing down.
I think the break there for the Colonels, unless maybe there was a hand wrapped around him on the backside, we couldn't see.
Yeah, and I was about to say that official was right on the spot. He was Johnny on the spot. I mean, he was within 5 yards of the play developing out. So I believe he had a little better view than our bird's eye view up here, but at the same time, I'll take the call anywhere I can get it. It still doesn't give us a first down on that play.
Right, they move it half the distance to the goal. They put it at the 7. So now 3rd and 4. Davis under center. Offset eye, handoff goes to Lester. Puts his head down, goes nowhere. Christian Hayes leading the charge for Bayou Academy along with Q Williams. No gain, 4th and 4, and we're going to see the field goal unit come on.
Well, we've done a great job of pushing downfield once again, made a nice drive. Give Bayou Academy coach defense credit where it's due. They bent but didn't break and kept the Colonels out of the end zone once again.
Spencer Robertson is 1 for 1 on the year. That was from 46 yards out. This will be a 24-yard attempt. Ball is on the right hash. Snap is back. Hold is down. Kick is up. Pass plenty of distance. And it is good. Robertson connects from 24 yards out. Colonels extend the lead 10-0 over Bayou Academy with 3:27 to play in the 3rd quarter. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back. Colonel football on Super Talk for the Delta.
I'm Greg Bills from Bills Body Shop in Rubel, Mississippi, and I want to fix your car. We've been in business for 40 years in the same location. We're a family-owned business and currently have 3 generations still working under the same roof. If you're ever in an accident, we can tow your vehicle, help you with your insurance claim, get you in a rental car, repair your vehicle, and deliver it back to you in usually under a week. We're located at 501 South Oak Street, Highway 49, Louisville, Mississippi. Give us a call today, 662-756-2745. You won't be disappointed.
Born and raised in the Delta, we get it. We understand your connection to this land because ours is just as strong. It's not only been our home for 7 generations, but the home of those we care about. We value the natural resources of the Delta and the joy they bring to us. Our goal every day is to nurture and protect those as we continue to provide the best services possible to our customers. That's Gresham Petroleum Company, Indianola. Call 887-2160. That's Gresham Petroleum Company.
Welcome back. Spencer Robertson adds to the Colonel lead, a 24-yard field goal, 10-0. Colonels on top of Bayou with 3:27 to play 3rd quarter. Robertson will kick off from the 40. We've seen the sky kick all night. He continues with that, and it's going to be taken by Barkman at the 33, and he's wrestled down immediately. Woods, Toller, and James Hill getting downfield to bring him down. Nothing on the return. There is a flag down at the 39-yard line. Josh Hill indicating that will be go against the Colts.
I watched at the last second there as you had, it looks like Spence Martin and Zach Barkman swapping positions at the last second, trying to get a little crafty out there, hoping that Colonels weren't paying attention and didn't have their head up, and they kicked that sky kick to Spence Martin instead. But on a swivel, and he saw that the target had moved, and he put it right in Barkman's hand.
Be a hold on the return against the Colts. Colonels will take the penalty and back Bayou up to their own 23 is where the Colts will start this drive. 3:22 to play third quarter. Colonels 10, Colts nothing. Winner advances to the semifinals next week.
I just smelled something hot. I don't know if you smelled it or not.
I told Dalen earlier I smelled something burning. Crow works from the gun, 4 wide. Swings it right side. It's caught, hit, and brought down immediately. Woods Toller comes to make the tackle, and Clinton Davis, they'll mark it at the 27, a 4-yard gain. Will bring up 2nd and 6.
I'm here. We're not on. Chris Smith was saying we were on.
Hang up, calling that.
Local decisions made by local people. That's what you will get at Community Bank. You've been thinking about switching banks? Now is the time. Community Bank will handle all of your bank switching paperwork for you. We'll assign you your own personal secretary who will handle your former bank account, get you your new checks, fill out your direct deposit forms, and anything else you need. Just remember, we do the switch. You just enjoy Community Bank, a bank like no other. Community Bank, a proud Colonel booster.
Hey, this is Chris McLean with Indianola Electric. We would like to thank our loyal customers for your continued support for the past 36 years. We're in our 2nd generation operating under the same family for over 3.5 decades. As an electrical contractor, we are here for all of your electrical needs, from service and repair to customized automation and controls. We also have a complete motor shop for new or rebuilt electric motors and generators. Give us a call today at Indianola Electric for all of your electrical needs at 662-887-3292.
Welcome back. We apologize for losing you momentarily. 1:53 to play third quarter. Colonels leading Bayou Academy 10-0. Colts on the move as they've worked inside the Colonel 30. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line. Cross Crow works from the gun. He'll hand off to Bryson Reed. Has a hole straight ahead. He may take it to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Colts. Bayou Academy with a quick answer of Robertson's field goal. Colts on the board for the first time tonight with 1:39 to play in the third. They cut it to 10-6, the extra point coming up.
Bayou able to find something to work on offensive side of the ball. They've been patient all night long and just chipping away here and there at us. Just got comfortable back there. They finally started on their passing game, succeeding a little bit. Next thing you know, it complements the run game, and it works out good. So Bayou Academy, give them credit. They got into the end zone finally.
Zach Barkman is on for the extra point. 1:39 to play in the third. Colts looking to make it a 3-point game. There's movement up front. Flags are down. Colonels are pointing in the direction of Bayou Academy. This may be a little longer extra point than Barkman is accustomed to.
Smell something hot again up here. I don't know what's going on, partner. Hope we stay on. Sorry about the getting thrown off there for a second.
Be a false start against the Colts. Will back them up 5 yards on the extra point try. So now be basically a 25-yard extra point attempt for Barkman. Colts go 77 yards, and the extra point is no good. Wow, left that one well short and to the right. So score remains 10-6. Colonels in front. As I was saying before the kick, Colts went 77 yards on 5 plays. Bryson Reed, a 28-yard touchdown run, but the extra point, no good. 10-6, Colonel's in front by 4 with 1:39 to play in the third. We'll take 30 seconds if we can, David, and we'll be back with Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Oh, Olivia, I scratched the hardwood floor with my truck. Oh, no, Cooper, what are we going to do? Call my pals at Robertson Floor Service.
That's right, Cooper and Olivia. Your pap at Robertson Floor Service has been serving the Delta's flooring needs since 1992. Call us for an appointment today at 662-887-4477. Tell them, Olivia.
Come get pap score. We can. We do. Your hardwood floor. And get a free coat.
Get right.
Welcome back. Bayou Academy on the board. A 28-yard touchdown run out of Bryson Reed. The extra point was no good. The score remains 10-6. Colonel's in front of Bayou with 1:39 to play in the third. Brady has a final on Central Hines and Wayne.
37-19 Central Hines.
So Central Hines will either come to Indianola next week or host Bayou in the semifinals. 4-point game here at Legion Field. Barkman set to kick it away. The high short kick. Kimball puts it on the ground at the 30. Now picks it up, tries to make something of the return. Fighting for it. It's loose on the ground, and Bayou Academy has recovered. Boy, Kimball just trying to make something happen on the return. A little too much backing up there, and Bayou knocks it loose, falls on it, and now the Colts have all the momentum in this one. They're going to have it 1st and 10 at the Colonel 23, it appears.
You could just see that disaster coming and unfolding right before our eyes. That was tough to watch and stomach there, but Randy Kimball just trying to do too much there, getting just sometimes you just got to go to the ground. He got a little upset last time that he didn't get that return, and he called that fair catch. So this time he said, hey, I'm going to try something. And going east and west is not good, especially against this fast Bayou Academy team, and they were just able to get downfield and capitalize.
Crow goes under center, 1st and 10. Tosses left side to Hayes. Brought down in the backfield. Wesley Lester brings him down at the 24, loss of 1. Pick up 2nd and 11.
Credit the defense once again is going to get called upon and relied upon heavily here, especially in this second half as Bayou Academy finally getting this high-octane offense up and going on the field, and they were able to put some drive together on this past series and back out on the field again, and looks like we might be going into a passing down.
10-6, Colonel's on top, 55 seconds to play in the third. And Colonel's wanting a flag. Colts broke the huddle with 12 men. There is no flag. Handoff goes to Reed. It's loose, and Colts able to fall on it. Cross Pro recovers back at the 30. And they're going to say somebody had possession and put it down at the 28, it appears. So only a 4-yard loss. I'm going to check on Dalen. I don't know if she's going to make it the rest of the way.
I missed her. Kurt doesn't say anything. That's what it's fun being a fan. This has been a great action-packed game. These guys are both playing. What a wonderful game to watch.
3rd and a long 14 for the Colts. Trips to the far side. Crow works from the gun. Looks to pass. Steps up in the pocket. He's tripped up and brought down at the 30-yard line. Houston Dana comes up with the sack.
The Nasty Boys getting after it. That defensive front. He checked in the fast runners. We had the passing down, and he checked out Peyton Barnes, who's been a good job anchoring on the running, and put in Houston Dana, and he applied the pressure. Did a great job.
Third quarter comes to a close. Colonel defense hitting the fans back in it after the Kimball fumble on the kick return. Bayou going to be facing 4th and 4th and 17. Looks like when we come back to start the fourth quarter. I tell you what, let's keep it here. We stayed gone so long during the delay at halftime. 10-6. Colonel's leading Bayou Academy as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. With Bayou trying to take advantage of what was the 4th Colonel turnover on the night. And so far the Colonel defense has come up big on this drive. Going to be asked to do it one more time. Colts will have 4th and 17 at the Colonel 30. Flip into the field. Bayou will now work left to right here in the 4th.
partner, this is what it's all about right here. This is an exciting game. This is what we all paid our admission to come up here and see. These guys are both performing both sides of both teams, and it's just been an exciting game. Wonderful one to watch. Indianola Academy defense has really shown out tonight, done a great job of keeping this high-octane offense out of the end zone for the most part.
Colts have their offense on the field, 4th and 17 from the 30. Crow will work from the gun. Trip receivers come to the near side. Colonel's, I believe, going to have to burn a timeout. Personnel issues, and Coach Putnam none too happy. So we will step aside and take a 30-second break. When we come back, Colts will have it 4th and long from the Colonel 30. Back in 30 seconds. Colonel football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Get ready for the woods at Outlaw Sporting Goods in Greenwood. Find stands, attractants, feed, ammunition, rifles, and shotguns. Outlaw is a certified Benelli dealer. Find boots and clothing from Southern Marsh, Cool, and Drake. We have a wall of handguns, archery range, bows by Hoyt, Elite, and Bowtech, crossbows, youth bows, Rage, broadheads, Yeti coolers in every size and color. Duck hunters, we have decoys, shells, and waders. If you need it, Outlaw Sporting Goods has it. When you leave Outlaw Sporting Goods, you just feel better. Outlaw Sporting Goods, Greenwood.
Welcome back. Colonels had to burn a timeout, did not have the right personnel on the field. We get ready to start the fourth quarter. Indianola 10, Bayou 6. Colts have 4th and 17 from the Colonel 30. They've got the offense on the field. Trip receivers come to the near side. Crow will send a single receiver to the left. That is Chenault. Works from the gun with Reed in the backfield. Colonel showing blitz. Here comes Hill. Crow steps up, throws over the middle. It's caught inside the 15. Brandon Brown had the coverage. Clinton Davis comes up with the reception. And that should be good enough for a Colt first down. It'll depend on the spot as he's right at the first down marker. How many times have we had that tonight where the play ends
right on the spot?
Yeah, right at the sticks. The official's still looking it over. Bayou trying to give some encouragement. Now they signal first down Colts, and the Colonel coaching staff is livid.
Yeah, that was just just a huge play by Bayou Academy's offense. You got to give them credit right there, whereas dude definitely 4th and, what did you say, 17 situation, partner? That is crazy. Wow. Tough.
Got 17 and a half, apparently.
That is a huge momentum builder for them, and they got it done.
1st and 10 from the Colonel 13. Crow from the gun. He'll hand off to Bryson Reed. Looks to bounce it left side. Nowhere to go as the Colonels bust through, get it backfield. Let's see who that was. It was Wesley Lester. They'll mark it back at the 14. A loss of 1, 2nd and 11.
And I'm going to give Lester a Bill's Body Shop nominee, collision of the game nominee right there. Wow, he did a nice snot pop coming across the field and had a head full of steam. Great collision right there. That could be, hopefully, if we hold them out of that end zone right here, that could be a deal maker.
11-10 to play. Colonel's leading 10-6. Bayou with 2nd and 11 from the Colonel 14. Coleman goes in motion, far side. Crow looking to pass. Flag is down. It's complete at the 6-yard line and taken down immediately by Spencer Robertson as Clinton Davis. We'll have to check the penalty marker. Going to be an illegal shift against the Colts.
Two flags on there, so a bunch of people saw that. Must have.
Well, what a game here tonight from Legion Field, and throw in the hour and a half delay for the lights being out. It's been an interesting night.
Yeah, it really has. And then our radio starts smelling like it's burning up here, and I'm telling you, we've got to stay on our toes today, partner.
This will back Bayou up to the 19. The illegal shift. 2nd and 16. They've got to get to the 3 to pick up a first down. 11:01 to play. Colonel's on top by 4, 10-6. Bayou looking to take their first lead of the night. Crow from the gun. Steps up. Throws left side. It's caught. It went over the head of the defender of the Colonels. That was Day-Day Willis and fell right into the hands of Colby Chenault. How about that pass from Crow? He knew he had Chenault over there. Put it up where only he could catch it. As they'll mark Chenault out at the 9-yard line, 10-yard gain.
It's called finesse right there. He knew just to get enough loft on it, not throw it like a bullet and get it just over the defender's head, as he's being pursued by Ashton Powell and Wesley Lesser, applying a bunch of pressure on him. Almost had the sack, but almost ain't counting right now.
Put it at the 8, so 3rd and 5. Crow under center, one of the few times we've seen him go there tonight. Tosses right side. Riley Smith looks for the edge. Brought down at the line of scrimmage by Stephon Smith. Got him from behind. No gain on the play.
Well, Indianola Academy defense just stretched that play along. They didn't care how far Riley Smith wanted to run. They wanted to run him all the way to the sidelines. And instead of going in there and putting pressure on him and making him make a move, a potential miss on the tackle, they just stretched it along and followed him there. And last second, boom, Stephon Smith pounced on it like a spider monkey and did a great job.
We're going to say lost one to the 9, so 4th and 6. Colts bring the offense on the field. 10:08 to play, clock running. Colonel's 10, Colts 6. Bayou wants the lead. Colonel's looking for the stop. Ball is on the near hash, and Bayou Academy going to call a timeout. They want to talk things over. We'll take one as well. 9:58 to play. We've got a 4-point game. Back in a minute with Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Brady Smith with Sunflower Lumber and Home Center here to tell you about our company. Since the 1940s, Sunflower Lumber has been in the same location with the same mission we have today. That's customer service and satisfaction to the fullest. Our dedicated, knowledgeable staff is here to work for you, whether adding on to the hunting camp, updating your kitchen or bath, spring cleaning around your property, or replacing your roof. We're your first stop for all your project needs. Stop by today at 204 Highway 82 in Indianola or give us a call at 662-887-1511 and see what shopping local can do for you. That's Sunflower Lumber and Home Center. And go Colonels.
Pecans are only the beginning of what you'll find at Indianola Pecan House. Stop in for gift items from your favorite universities, great silver and gold jewelry from designers like Ronaldo, gourmet food items, cupcakes, caramel and pound cake, pecan pies, all made fresh daily. And they also create custom gift baskets for any occasion. Come in and sample their most recent flavors of pecans, crunchy praline popcorn and crunchy praline. Serving pecans around the world for over 30 years from 1013 Highway 82 East, Indianola Pecan House, home of the original praline pecan.
Welcome back. Coming out of the timeout, Colts have 4th and 6 from the Colonel 9-yard line. 9:58 to play. Colonels lead it 10-6. Crow will go under center. 2 upbacks to the right side. Martin and Reed fakes the pitch. Crow looking to pass. Goes back corner of the end zone looking for Chenault. It's caught. Touchdown Colts. They have their first lead of the night. Boy, that's how you use a timeout right there. They drew that up to perfection. They lined both Reed and Martin up to the right side. They faked the toss there. Crow rolled out through left corner of the end zone, and Colby Chenault was open, made the catch. 12-10. Bayou Academy leads it with 9:51 to play.
And we had good coverage. Eli Lipsy on the coverage over there, out there on that island by himself, and I thought he was in good position to make the play. When he swatted, just went just ahead of it and could not get a hand on it.
Barkman's extra point is up, and it is good. 13-10. We've got a 3-point game. Remember, Barkman missed the extra point earlier. Could be a 4-point game. Colonel's still with a chance to tie the field goal here. 9:51 to go. See what Coach Nestor dials up for his offense. It's not many times, Brady, over the past few years that these IA Colonels have been put in pressure situations.
Yeah.
You go back to the state championship last year. The last time we played Starkville this year. And that's really been about it because the Colonels have been able to pull away just about from everybody else. So unfamiliar territory, but it's what you play for right here. Second round of the playoffs, you got a 3-point game, just under 10 minutes to go. You can't ask for anything more.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Watson. You know, and a couple of years ago, it's been several years back, maybe 2001, 2002, Indianola Academy's team won the regular season game against Bayou Academy, came and hosted them in the first round of the playoffs here at home. We were the number 1 seed, or really highly seeded. Should have won that game as well, and ended up losing to Bayou Academy. It's tough to beat a team twice in the same year, and it doesn't matter where you're playing, home or on the road. It's just tough to do that. You know, we've had the same success with Winona a couple of years ago where we had to play them twice in the season, ended up winning both games. You know, we knew this was going to be a good game, though, and perfect field conditions, you know, for it's a nice, good, sloppy game. I mean, just type of game that you're excited to watch.
We'll see what Bartman does with the kickoff. Last time it was a sky kick, turned into a Colonel fumble. Lester will take it at the 26 and is tripped up as he crosses the 35. That's where the Colonels will have it 1st and 10, trailing for the first time tonight. Bayou Academy leads it 13-10, 9:47 to play. Colonels will have 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line.
This is where you put it on your senior right now, Will Davis, and also Josh Hill, Stephon Smith, and Wesley Lester. That's why those seniors are your captains. That's the go-to guys. They got to get you back on the scoreboard here. You got to have a nice long marching drive. Milk a little clock. Get those yards.
9:47 to play. Colonels trail for the first time tonight. Davis works from the gun. Hill and Lester to either side. Play action to Lester. Looking to pass. In trouble. Now Davis going to step up and run it. Gets what he can. It's not much. See where they say he stepped out on the far side of the field. Looks like they'll mark it at the 39-yard line, or they're going to put it at the 40.
Right at that. I was going to say it's about a 4-yard gain, and the ball did stay in bounds, so the clock is still running. I saw the official over there winding his arm to say, hey, keep that clock going. Will just needs to take a deep breath, come on and command this offense like he knows he's capable of doing, and let's just make a nice drive here.
5-yard gain to the 40. 2nd and 5, Colonels. Clock runs, 9:05 to play. Bayou leading 13-10. Davis from the gun with Putnam and Kimball split out to the near side. Davis looking to throw. Has Putnam open. Davis has to scramble. Lost it down the sideline. It's deflected. Colby Chenault comes up with the deflection, and Putnam a little slow to get up. 3rd and 5 coming up for the Colonels. Thomas Putnam was wide open at the beginning of that route. Davis just didn't have time to get it there.
Man, he had all day for a second, and suddenly his offensive line just couldn't hold the blocks anymore. And Will Davis floating that ball a little bit in there. You, especially with that kind of coverage, you got to put a little bit more zip on it. And you're right, he was open, Thomas Putnam, but the closing speed that these defensive backs have, they can get on you real quick on coverage, especially on a lofted pass like that.
3rd and 5 from the 40. Colonels need a first down. Play action for Davis, looking to pass. Lost it downfield, looking for Woods. Toller incomplete. He had it in the breadbasket and couldn't hang on. Keller came in at the last minute as Toller was going to the ground and punched it out of there. Wow, Davis lost it that one perfectly for Toller, and Colonels just can't convert. 4th and 5 from the 40.
So many times Toller has answered that call and has been able to execute, and he has been a big playmaker for us whenever getting called upon. Just could not hold on that time. Tough break for the Colonels offense. As you could tell, we had the answers to the question that we've been looking for, but at the same time just could not hold on to the ball. That was twice there that it was a could have been, should have been, and just wasn't.
Josh Hill will go back to punt. Stands at his own 27. Good snap. Hill gets off a spiral kick. Clinton Davis going to go back and let it hit at the 27. Davis picks it up at the 19. Returns it up the right sideline, taken down out of bounds by Thomas Putnam. And they will say he stepped out at the 31. That's where the Colts will have it 1st and 10 with 8:33 to play.
On that time, that was a nice punch, and
41 yards on the kick, by the way.
And when you're running down the field like that, Randy Kimball has to expect anything, and just was kind of going down the field lackadaisical, and the punt returner saw that and alertly picked up the ball and ran around Randy. He's got to get his head in this game.
Crow from the gun will hand off to Christian Hayes. Looks to stretch it left side. He's hit by Lipsy, able to break free, carrying a couple Colonel defenders. The good news is he was going east and west, not north and south. Doesn't pick up much, if anything. We'll see where they spot him out of bounds. Running to the far side of the field. Looks like a gain of 1 to the 32.
Well, you know, that was the thing about Christian. The reason why he was running east and west is because every time he kept breaking the tackle, he was getting punched in the face constantly by Indianola Academy defensive players, and they did a great job of stringing that play along. You got to give him credit, Christian Hayes, for just not going down with the first initial contact.
2nd and 9, Crow hands off, and Hayes slipped down in the backfield. He's going to lose a couple.
53, Peyton Barnes, the nose guard, coming in there, getting that good penetration in the backfield and getting in there and shaking some things up. He might not have per se made the tackle. It was a little slippage on the field, but at the same time, what he did in his motions, he created havoc, and that's what you want to see up front.
3-yard loss back to the 29, 3rd and 12.
This is where we've been hurt all night long, partner. A long throw. We're not able to put the pressure on the quarterback. We got to get in that backfield and create some havoc.
7:13 to play. Bayou leading 13-10. Colts with 3rd and 12. Crow hands off to Bryson Reed, and he's going to be tripped up. Short gain. Josh Hill coming up to make the stop. They'll mark it at the 32. Only a 3-yard pickup, 4th and 9.
Great series on defense right there by the Colonels. We really need to come and capitalize right now on this short field position that we should get to start this drive.
6:40 to play, clock running. Colonels will get it back, trailing by 3, 13-10. Woods Toller back to return for the Colonels, stands at his own 47. Goodness, I think that's Crow punting now for the Colts. Booms one over Toller's head. It hit at the 38, takes a Bayou roll to the 33, and that's where the Colonels will have it. 6:18 to play. Colonels down 3. 1st and 10 from their own 33.
Well, I'll take it any way we can get it. That was a nice booming punt that Bayou Academy was able to get out, and that is going to be a difference playmaker right there for the Colts. I tell you, they, whenever having big question marks and needing a huge answer, they have come up big and got some big answers tonight. These guys have been playing their hearts out.
Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. 6:18 to play. Bayou 13, Colonels 10. Colonels have it 1st and 10 from their own 33. Ball is on the far hash as they work right to left. Davis will go under center. Heavy package to the left side of the formation. Goes to Lester. Stretches across the 35 up to the 37. It's a 4-yard gain, and will leave the Colonels with 2nd and 6.
I like to see those offensive linemen keeping those feet churning. Give Bayou credit on the defense. They just stretched that play along, kind of danced with Lester. Lester cuts back at the last second, found a little gap for some positive yardage, and was able to get a decent field.
Toss it to Lester again, coming near side. Now cuts up the middle and going to be close to the 1st down marker. They've got it like about the 43 and a half. He needed the 43. That should be a Colonel 1st down.
Well, that's what we need, several of those, and we need plenty of doses of Lester putting that ball in his hands. He has been the breadwinner here on the field for the Colonel's offense. We really need to keep putting him in motion and getting him out in open space and making some plays for the Colonel's offense.
They do signal 1st and 10 Colonels. Give Lester 6 on the carry to the 43. Greenville Motorsports 1st down. Clock stops while they move the chains. 5:27 to play. Colonels trail by 3. Davis under center again with Smith. Hill the up back. Davis calls his own number straight ahead. Breaks momentarily to the 40 of Bayou Academy. I'll say he went down at the 41. 16-yard carry at Greenville Motorsports 1st down.
Great job by Davis. Just Lester does a great job of being the decoy. Everybody keys on him. Suddenly, boom, Davis takes off up the field. Great job of running hard and keeping those chains turning.
Colonels quick to the line. Now they shift Hill and Smith, the up backs, to the right side of the formation. Lester the single back. They'll hand it off to Lester, running straight ahead. Colt going for the strip. A lot of contact in there. They're going to mark Lester down at the 36, the 5-yard gain. Will lead the Colonels with 2nd and 5. Clock continues to run. 4:50 to play.
Man, partner, there's some hitting going on out there. I tell you, this is an exciting game, and we're going to have to give Dalen one of those chill pills over there if we don't watch out.
Colonels down 3. End off to Lester. Straight ahead. Burst through the foul. Dives forward. The 32. Looks like he's going to be about a yard short of the 1st down.
Hold on to that ball and keep those chains moving and keep relying heavily on this offensive line to anchor it down. grind on this Bayou Academy defensive front. These guys are doing a great job so far. Keep going.
3rd and 1 from the 32. Davis under center. It goes to Lester again. He's got the first down inside the 30. Dragging all defenders to the 25, to the 20. And push. He's going to get to the 17-yard line. Wow, what a run by the senior. A 15-yard run, and he carried about 400 pounds 8 yards down the field.
And, you know, that used to be a call you couldn't, the offensive lineman couldn't get in there with you and get that extra push. They're kind of letting that thing go away. I think that rule's becoming old school, kind of outdated, and you see it all in all the leagues and levels of play nowadays. But that offensive line got in there and kept chugging those feet.
1st and 10 from the 17. Give it to him again. Lester straight ahead. He stood up at the line of scrimmage. Peyton Horn busts through to bring him down. Give him 1 to the 16. Clock runs with 3:39 to go. Colonel's down 3, 13-10. They trail Bayou Academy. 2nd and 9 from the 16.
Deep breaths. Take your time. Be patient. Will Davis has got this thing.
Smith and Hill, the up backs to the left side. Kimball, the single receiver to the near side. And there is movement up front. Colonel celebrating. Fears this will go against Bayou Academy.
I'll take the 5 yards any way we can get it. Smart play there by Will Davis. You know, Bayou Academy, especially when we come in that jumbo package, has got those ears pinned back, and they are keying on a run, not even paying attention to a pass at all. They're trying to time those things out, and it got caught. It shot them in the foot. But what that does, Watson, now is that's going to lean them back a little bit. They're going to have to play on those heels a little bit more. They can't key on those runs anymore. Great, smart job by Will Davis.
2nd and 4 from the 11 after the penalty. Kimball now will split out wide right. Davis under center with Lester in the backfield. Will turn, toss it to a near side of the field. Lester spinning to the 5. Gets a push, dives to the goal line. He's just short. The Colonels will have 1st and goal from the 1. A 10-yard carry for Lester, Greenville Motorsports first down.
I tell you what, Watson, normally we can't hear our fans cheer because they're facing away from us. I can hear our fans right now cheering. It is loud and obnoxious on this sideline. It is awesome. This is the type of atmosphere we've been asking for. Wonderful. Indianola Academy, Colonel Nation has showed out tonight. Glad you're here, and I'm telling you, they're getting on these backs. These seniors, players, we need to punch it in.
That was the 28th carry of the night for number 28. He's a 28 carries, 131 yards. I say let's go for number 29 here. 1st and goal from the 1 with 2:38 to play. Davis will turn. It goes to Lester. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Colonel. 2:33 to play. Big Blue back on top, 16-13.
Woo. Just keep taking deep breaths. Now with the Colonels, we're back on top. Got to execute and get this field goal, this PAT, I'm sorry. What we kept doing on Bayou Academy there, we just kept grinding on them, leaning on them, weighing on them, trucking on them, and our offensive line finally paid through the jumbo package where you got Stephon Smith and Josh Hill up there. Man, those guys are laying some licks out there. It's great right now to be in a Colonel.
Huge extra point right here for Spencer Robertson. 3-point game. He can make it 4. Now his back, hold is down, kick is up, and it's wide left. Robertson misses the extra point. He's been so good all year long, and I don't know, maybe rushed that one a little bit. He hooked it wide left. It remains a 3-point lead for the Colonels, 16-13. Colonels go 67 yards on 9 plays. Wesley Lester, his 2nd touchdown run of the night, as he's now at 29 carries, 132 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Ooh, I'm telling you, partner, this has been a game. We have definitely earned our money's worth tonight. It's been an excellent game here. If you're just now catching up, we did have a long delay, not lightning, a light delay, whereas the lights were off on the visitors' side over there. For the first half, only one pole was working. We got to halftime, shut it down, found out it wasn't on our side of the pole. It ended up being on Entergy's side, so we had to wait a little bit longer for Entergy to show up and do a little technical difficulties. But anyway, nonetheless, we're back, and it's bright out there, and finally got us the lead again. I like whenever the scoreboard on the home side lights up a lot more light bulbs.
Let me ask you this. We've been kicking it short all night. Now with 2:33 to play, do you kick it deep?
No, I don't change from anything. I aim at number 3 with that clean jersey on right there.
Robertson approaches the tee. It is another short kick. It's going to hit at the 25, rolls around, picked up by Clinton Davis, it appears, and he works up to around the Bayou 33. John Luther Selby getting downfield to make the tackle. That was Clinton Davis on the return. The Colts have it first and 10 at their own 33. 2:28 to play. Colonels leading 16-13. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining.
You remember the movie The Water Boy where the kicker starts talking about he's looking for the person with the clean jersey. He's like, there you are. You know, that's kind of what Spencer Robertson had to pick and doing right there. He kicked it high enough to let his team get downfield, and that's what you want to do. They ran great. We're out.
First and 10 from the 33. Crow looking to pass. Has time in the pocket. Throws right side, complete to Clinton Davis, and he's wrestled down immediately by Randy Kimball. They'll mark it at the 38, a 5-yard gain. We'll leave 2nd and 5.
Well, we're going to have to put a little bit more pressure on Cross Crow. Wesley Lester got in the backfield at the last second and got his hand up in the face of Cross Crow, but Crow finding his receivers and doing a good job of getting the ball in their hands.
2 minutes to play. 2nd and 5. Crow to pass. Time in the pocket again. Going down the right side, looking for Maggio. It's tipped and nearly intercepted. Randy Kimball with the deflection. He couldn't have played that any better. And once he deflected it, he made sure Maggio wasn't going to recover, shoved him to the ground, which is legal after the ball is deflected.
That's right. That's exactly right, partner. Very smart, great coverage there by the cornerback, Randy Kimball. And trust me, he's fixing to get called upon again to make a big play as well as Bayou Academy. This is what they like. They like to pass the ball.
3rd and 5, 1:53 to play. Colts need a score. Colonels on top by 3. Pro to pass, left side, incomplete. Looking for Colby Chenault. I beg your pardon, that was Day Willis, came up, contact just as the ball got there. Chenault not able to make the grab. 4th and 5, possibly your ball game right here.
And the thing about it is, partner, Bayou Academy, you would think, all right, it's 3rd down, that's 3 and out, it's over with. No, 4 downs, and they've been very dangerous, especially on that 4th down. So do not count out this offense yet. I mean, I'm telling you, these guys like to throw the ball around. Credit our defensive secondary, our cornerbacks. We've got one more big play to make.
Houston Dana has checked in. He already has a sack tonight. 4th and 5 Bayou from their own 38. Pro works from the gun, trips near side. Now Davis goes in motion to the left. Takes the snap, has time, throws over the middle. It is incomplete. Looking for Chenault at the Colonel 45, and Day Willis was there once again to make the deflection. A turnover on downs. And the Colonels will get it back.
Where's the garbage can? I think it's about time to get a puking rally up here. I'm telling you, woo, what a nail-biter game, partner. This has been one for the ages. You got all 41 years of my life tonight, I tell you what. This was a rough one, but a fun one for sure. We already had the delay in the extension of the game. I was already about to turn into a pumpkin anyway.
The Bill Alford special about it.
Yeah, really.
Hey, thing's still not over. Bayou has 2 timeouts left. They can stop the clock twice. 1:43 to play. Colonels with 1st and 10 from the Colt 38. Indianola 16, Bayou 13. Davis will go under center. Smith and Hill, the up backs to the left side. Give it to the workhorse. Wesley Lester works down to the 36, a 2-yard gain. And Bayou will stop the clock, take their 2nd timeout, 1:37 left to go in the game.
Yeah,
first down puts it away.
I was fixing to say, partner, I believe we're going to have to get at least 1 first down here to keep this thing going. Nonetheless, I like the position that we're in right now and the advantage that we do have. We're just going to have to keep grinding away. This is what we came to see right here.
The Colts will have 1 timeout remaining. Colonels with 2nd and 8 from the Colts 36. 1:37 to play. Indianola 16, Bayou 13. Colonels regain the lead on Lester's 2nd touchdown run of the night. With 2:33 to play. The extra point was missed. If you look at the 4-point game, the Colonels do have possession and a chance to run this one out. Nestor and Wright talking things over with their guys in the huddle. Well, this formation has gotten it done the entire fourth quarter. Now Smith and Hill will both shift in motion to the right side. Davis will turn, toss it to Lester, puts his head down, carrying Colt defenders again. Inside the 35 to the 32, a 4-yard run. Bayou will use their final timeout and stop the clock with 1:28 to play. Colonels will be looking at third and a long 3.
So you don't want to go to the station for a break right now? Is that what you're saying? You want us to keep talking?
I think we'll keep it here. Not any more opportunities for Bayou to stop the clock.
Glad people are still out there listening, and instead of paying attention to the football game, they pay attention at how old I am.
Well, hey, this will be a birthday win to remember if the Colonels can hang on.
Ooh, what you talking about, partner? It's big great.
So if the Colonels don't pick up the first down here, they would have to snap it on fourth down with about 48 seconds on the clock. What do we have?
I don't want you to read it. I'm just showing you that. That's pretty bad.
So coming out of the timeout, Colonels with third.
Yeah, really.
And a long 3. Ball is at the Bayou 32. Davis under center. Smith and Hill lined up to the left with Lester in the backfield. Now they shift to the right. Handoff goes to Lester straight ahead. He's tripped up. He's not going to have it. Brought down. They'll mark it at the 30, but Bayou was out of timeout.
It's going to get interesting here. While we do have a second partner, somebody did send me that the Greenville player, I don't know if you mentioned it earlier, there was a Greenville High was playing Madison Central, and they did have they actually, I think, just canceled the game. He was making a tackle, and they had to do a bunch of stuff on him, and then they had to airlift him to UMC. So anyway, thoughts and prayers are definitely out with that young man and his family, and also his teammates as well. That's a tough thing to watch and be a part of, and hopefully he will recover.
Colonel's going to let the play clock run down. Tommy Nestor will call a timeout with 40 seconds left on the clock. Actually, they tick one more off. 39 seconds left to play. Colonel's looking at 4th and 2 from the 30. Indianola 16, Bayou 13. What do you draw up here? 4th and short. You know Bayou's out of timeout. Can't just run around with it because certainly would leave them plenty of time. Too close to punt it. Probably too far for a field goal.
You know, I'm not going to lie, partner. I wouldn't mind running Josh Hill back there and let him do a little pooch punt over into that corner and try to pin it about that 1 or 2 yard line, and he could actually do that. He's a pretty talented young man, especially on that punting duties. You know, that makes him at least have to march 90-something yards, although at the same time, the way this offensive line has been playing, I don't know, that's a long 2 yards.
It's a long 2.
It actually, I thought it was going to be 1. That is a very long 2. I'm going back to the poop spot. But that's why I get paid to sit up here and not down there.
Offense is on the field. 4th and 2. Colts are out of timeout, so 39 seconds to play. Davis under center. They're going to try to draw him offside. Davis checks to the sideline, back under center. He'll turn, hand off to Lester, puts his head down. He's stacked up. He will not get it. The Colts have life. No gain on the play. It'll be a turnover on downs at the 30, and Bayou Academy will have 70 yards to go. They've got 33 seconds to work with, but out of timeout.
On that play there, Bayou Academy had 11 men stacked in the box. I really wish we would have maybe thrown a toss sweeper, gotten something outside, you know, as there was just nowhere to go. I mean, quite naturally, the numbers game just wasn't in our favor when you keep it between the boxes there and our guys. But nonetheless, we got defense to rely on.
5 wide for Crow. Empty backfield. Has time in the pocket. Rolls to his right. Looking downfield. Now going to tuck it and run. He's going to have to get out of bounds and does so near the 45. They'll mark him out at the Colt 44. A 14-yard pickup. 1st and 10 Bayou, 24 seconds left on the clock.
I'm going to hand this thing to Dalen over there. I mean, she's just pointing out the obvious. He is running. Doing a great job. I'm telling you, I think we found my replacement for color commentator next.
Hey. How about that?
She is not shy. She likes to talk.
First and 10 Colts from their own 44. They're down 3 with 24 seconds left to play. Colonels need a big play here. Powell has Crow wrapped up and throws into the ground back at the 38-yard line.
Lay on him. Lay on him. Don't
gotta hurry up. Colts are going to have to get to the line and spike it. Loss of 6. Colts have got to get down. Clock's down to 5. They don't even have time to spike it. And now they do, and that'll stop the clock with 4 seconds left. We're going to have 1 play remaining. Wow. 3rd and 16. Colts with 1 play left. Indianola Academy 16. Bayou Academy 13 with 4 seconds left. Bayou has 3rd and 16 from their own 38.
I like you got Will Davis out there. You're putting your senior out there and telling him, hey, you play out there in center field. Do not let anybody get deeper than you are. And let's make a run for the money here. Hopefully the Colonels have said their prayers and ate their vitamins and on their P's and Q's right now as we need a huge defensive pickup here.
5 wide, 3 to the left, 2 to the right for Crow. Last play of the game. 3rd and a mile. Crow steps up in the pocket. He's got to get rid of it. Lester makes contact. This ball is going to be intercepted by Woods. Toller lay down. The Colonels will win it. Toller's looking for the return. The Colonels have players on the field now. He goes to a knee, and this one will go final. What a game here in Indianola.
I'm yelling lay down, and the reason why I was saying lay down is anything could happen. That ball could have been fumbled out, and they